It's been about a year or so now that I started living by a mantra that I accidentally uttered. I was having like a mental check-in. Some people call their therapist, their mama, their daddy, their brother, sister, their best friend to have this type of conversation. But for me, I was talking to the whisper, or what y'all would call God. I was talking to the whispers and I was just having a conversation as I typically do. And I was just going through, how's life? Where can I improve on? Where do I excel? And just some general observations about myself. This is something that everyone needs to be doing on a regular basis. And one of the things that I said out loud was a general observation about myself where I said that I have a level of confidence that comes across as arrogance. Like a video that I recorded a day or two ago, I was talking about how society does not like confident people. So when I'm walking around with this level of confidence, when I feel like that I am radiating the Son of God just by walking, just by existing, just by living, that can make people uncomfortable. Some people will gravitate towards your light and some people will be repulsed by it. You shine the light on a demon, like their game is up, the light. It's like, that's what like my basic default setting is, and because some people just love to be professional haters, especially on the internet, I rub people the wrong way because I could be proud, I was about to say proud and wrong, but loud and wrong, like some people. But the thing is, most of the time I'm doing it on purpose. Now, some things I may have misspoken, or some things I was just like weren't necessarily my thoughts. I was just testing it out. But nevertheless, I can admit when I'm wrong with certain things. But even then, that doesn't shake my confidence. I'm proud of the fact that I was able to be mature enough to take that criticism. You see what I'm saying? So this is where the confidence comes from. It's like, but you have to understand too, it's like, it's something that I said a while back. I'm not looking down on you. You are making the choice to look up at me. Oh, why does he think he's so high and mighty? Why does he think he's so cool? Why does he speak with so much confidence? Why are you acting like you can't do the same thing? It's a decision. You could decide to be a little cowardly, little victimized bitch, or you could be someone that takes the blows of life and what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's on you. You see what I'm saying? But when you confront the victim with that mindset, they get mad because they're a victim. Because now you're not trying to expose this so now they know what to fix. They're going to be like, oh, you're telling me all the bad things about myself like you're perfect. Automatic deflection. That's what people do. People that lack confidence always need to deflect. Another reason why I'm so confident is because I've accepted the consequences of all of my actions. Consequences are the result of an action. So if I make a video that pisses some people off and someone wants to send me some hate mail or a death threat, it's happened before, then it's like, okay, cool. Well, I know I said some potentially triggering things that made someone feel that way, but that's not going to shake me. I know what I'm doing. I'm divinely led. People think, based off of this Eurocentric mindset that we've been forced to adopt, people think they're only gifted if they pass a bunch of tests in school. No. First of all, I'm already grateful for life. I have been gifted life. Therefore, I'm gifted. In the cosmic intelligence, whether you believe it to be God, universe, Big Bang, probabilities, numbers, I do not care. A giant supercomputer that we're all tied to, and this is all an AI simulation, I don't care. During this experience, what I call the whispers, what I call the one mind, what I call the all, what I call the most high, out of its infinite time and all the things that it could have created, it made a time out of its day, quote, quote, to create me. Therefore, I am put here with divine intention. So when I say I'm a God, people don't like that, whether it's religious views, psychological barriers, sociology things. People ain't heard stuff like that. The only time I heard someone say something like that is Kanye, and he's not really the best representation, but I believe he's on the MK Ultra, but he's getting to the point where I can't defend it no more. Nevertheless though, when I say that I'm a God, it's like I've taken that a step further, and I make a lot of people uncomfortable when I say I am God. What do you mean by this? How can you be God? How dare you be God? Once again, you looking up at me because when I say these words, you assume that I mean that you need to worship me and bow down and kiss my feet and wash them. No. Tell me somewhere where God isn't. All of you Christian people out there, even some of you spiritual people out there, tell me somewhere where the most high cosmic intelligence is not. Isn't your God all-knowing, ever-present, omnipresent, omniscient, all these things? So tell me somewhere God isn't. God isn't in this leaf? God isn't in this grass? Okay, so God is there. Okay, so then God is in the atoms. which we are all made of. And then you break that down, break that down, break that down, break that down, break that down. Either way, we all get to, in mathematics, we call it infinity. You know, it's like the infinity symbol, the ellipsis, with the snake eating itself. When we're going to get occult with it. It's like, nevertheless, God is everywhere. So if God is in every single fiber, in every single atom of my being, if cosmic intelligence is in every single atom, every single fiber of my being, am I not then God? The example I've been giving a good history of this channel is like if a mountain just erupts, and let's just say it's a granite mountain, a granite stone mountain just erupts out of the ground. It's all granite. You chip off a piece of that rock from the mountain, is it not still made of the exact same material as that mountain? Same philosophy with all of us when it comes to the divine. That's all it is. Now, you can still be a born sinner, be dirty and all this type of stuff. That's your choice if you want to. Me, I understand that God made me with deliberate intent. Therefore, I come here with a purpose. And when you awaken to your purpose, you cannot be swayed. You cannot be shaken because you are following the North Star. You are following the sun. You are following God's knowledge, God's downloads into you. Now, once again, interswap the words with God's Allah, Buddha, do what you want. I don't care, because I don't care. That's your path, and you follow your guidance to get to where you need to be. Me, on the other hand, I'm going to follow mine, and I'm going to keep on winning. When you keep on constantly being validated by your belief system, there's no shaking you. I went against the grain, and I believe in a God that's slightly different than everybody else's. All right. I talk to my God. I follow the wisdom. I follow the signs that's giving me the little hints. Sometimes I'm walking around with a chicken with my head cut off, but like I don't care. Even if I'm about to walk off the cliff, God gonna start making my feet float so I don't fall to my death. This is just how I am, you know. And because I have that unyielding faith in what I call the whispers, but what y'all call God, you can't shake me. This is why, like, you know, I've been repeating this. This is going to be a repeated theme where it's just like, you know, how do you have God? How do you have your spiritual belief? How do you have all this type of stuff, but you still walk in fear? It doesn't make sense to me, you know. But with me being this connected with my divine source, with me believing this higher power, with me seeing it prove itself to me repeatedly, it's not just reading it out of a book, I'm watching it happen in real time. You can't take nothing from me. You see what I'm saying? Even if you try to cut me down, even if you try to argue your way out of it, maybe there's some things that are just outside my level of expression, you know, but you can say, well, you believe in God, but you do this and that. Yeah, I do. And, well, you can't do that because by whose rules? Yours? My God that talks to me with our connection is supposed to follow your human rules or your human written book? No. Like, it doesn't make sense. And I don't care how many guns you hold in my head. I don't care how many lectures you give me. You can't take away my connection with the Most High. You can't. And because I have the most valuable thing that I can ever, that I can ever experience, that I can so-called have during this physical expression, I got the most valuable thing. You can't bribe me with money. I'll give you $1 billion to say that your God isn't real. First of all, why? I'll say the words and not mean it and take your money. So let's go ahead and save us some bullshit. No, like it's like I'll just be like, no, but like gun to my head, renounce your God now. It looks like I'm about to go meet him. Go ahead, pull it. You want me to help you? Like, because I don't play like that, you know. It's like anytime, like, you know, this is where the Bible like is very useful though. It's like what you meant for evil upon me, God meant for good and stuff like that. You say you tried to trip me, but then I tripped and I saw something under the couch. You know, oh, I've been looking for that. Thanks. And people gonna be looking, say like you like in the cartoons, like with the Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. You know, it's like you meant a trap for me. Like the Wile E. Coyote would go up to the side of a cliff and draw like a tunnel, you know, with paint and stuff. But then the Roadrunner would be like, oh shit, you just gave me a path. Thanks. He just runs through the mountain. It's cartoon logic, but nevertheless, that's how I live life. You know, it's like for everyone that gets in my way, that's spoken bad about me in corporate America, you got me out of a bad toxic situation. You got me out of a toxic work environment because you talk so much shit about me behind my back. So yeah, you wanted to get me gone, but God had bigger plans for me anyway. You, when your life is just when things always just work out for you, even if things get a little dicey, even if things get you a little nervous and things may, hey, oh God, I know you here, but like, oh, that train getting kind of close. You gonna slow that down, or you gonna bring a superhero to come say, hey, what you about to do? I trust you though. You know what I'm saying? It's like when your life just works out for you all the time, based off of a religious / spiritual belief that you have put together, you can't take nothing from me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not lost. I might be a little confused from time to time, but I'm not lost. You know what I'm saying? I'm always following my North Star. I'm always following that pool. I'm always listening to the whispers in the back of my head that's saying to do or not to do something. That same voice that's been protecting me and guiding me my entire life, I formed a deeper connection with it. Sometimes it sounds more womanly. Sometimes it sounds more, I almost said ambidextrous. What's the word? Ambiguous, like a general sound. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, it's like when I hear the voice, it's usually like a woman. When like life is telling me, that's when I find that to be the Father giving me a push. You see what I'm saying? So not only do I not believe in like the regular God that, religions have taught you to believe, but I've personalized it. And I have the bravery and confidence in myself to do such things. And through my own bravery and confidence in myself and my path that I was walking, I found my answer. Now, of course, not to say that I'm not going to continuously keep tweaking it and developing it over time, but because I have all of this in my spirit, because my spirit is full, my life is full, And because I don't walk around in fear, I exude confidence. Something that some of the world needs to find. A lot of people want to find this through the material. I'm confident now because I have money. I'm confident now because I have all these physical things, which can help. People say that money can't buy happiness. I call bullshit. Money helps a lot. You know what I'm saying? But yes, but when misused, it can be a detriment to you. You see what I'm saying? It's like you see all these celebrities, they millionaires living in mansions, got these fancy cars, got all the women that they want, but they do constant drugs. That they're not happy. They got millions of dollars, but they ain't happy. But when your spirit is full, that's where the confidence shines. Till next one.